I picked up this capture device off of AliExpress. This is the EZCap181, also known as the VHSDIGI2. Now, if EZCap VHSDIGI2 sounds familiar, it's probably because a few weeks ago, about a month and a half ago, I had reviewed the EZCap 180, also known as the VHSDIGI. And that device looked great. It was promising. It had a built-in 3.5-inch LCD screen. It had a built-in battery. And it was fairly small and compact, which was ideal. The fact that it had a built-in screen and built-in battery, it was ideal for using it with tapeless camcorders. So if you don't know, I'll go into it real quick just because I do enjoy playing with old cameras. Tapeless camcorder is just a old camcorder, be it VHS, DV, Video 8, High 8, whatever, what have you, that you're bypassing the tape mechanism, either because the tapes are expensive to get a hold of or because the tape mechanism on the camera just doesn't work. So you could bypass that and just capture the analog video output directly, composite or S video, what have you, and then use a external device to record that. So that was ideal for that because it has a built-in battery. It makes it a lot easier to sort of just attach it to the camera, and the fact that you don't require an external power bank to power the capture device is one less thing to worry about. Excuse me, I'm getting over something. But anyways, so that device, like I said, was promising, but after trying it out, I found out that it captured video at 13 frames per second. Now, really, you want your device to capture at least 30. That's the standard. So obviously, that wasn't going to fly. So I wound up not keeping that. That went back, and then I posted a review that you could sort of dig through the channel to check out. But I came across this when I was on AliExpress, and it was under $40 shipped with a $2 coupon or something like that. I found like a $2 coupon on the seller store. So it was like 38 and change shipped after taxes and everything. So I figured, let me go ahead and give it a chance, give it a shot, because I've used a lot of EZCap devices before, primarily for digitizing audio and capturing HDMI output, and I've been pleased with those devices. The EZCap 180 that I reviewed was definitely not great, but I've had good experience with some of the devices prior to that. So I ordered it. It arrived yesterday. Took I don't know, maybe 2 weeks, something like that, to get here from China, but it got here, and this is what you're currently watching. I'm recording it with the EZCap 181, also known as the VHSDIGI2. So clearly they're positioning this to be the second iteration of the previous one. However, the last one had a built-in screen and built-in battery. So in my mind, they're not targeting the same consumer, I don't think. But for whatever reason, that's what they named it. So the last one was the VHSDIGI with a 3.5-inch built-in screen and battery, and this is the Digi2 without that, without either of those things. So this does require power. So you'll need a power bank or a USB power supply, which is not included. They do include the USB-C cable, so there's that. And it is USB-C, so I'm glad that we're moving away from microSD because USB-C is just so much easier to deal with and holds up longer to long-term abuse of plugging and unplugging stuff. It has a built-in microSD card, so you don't have to have a USB stick hanging out the side like I do. Obviously, if you use a microSD card, it'll push internally and it'll just be this size, right? Has composite video input, no S video to speak of, and there's an HDMI output for monitoring what you're capturing while you're capturing it. And that's pretty much it, right? There's not much to it. So I played around with it. I did a couple test recordings, and I was okay with it. I was fine by it for the price. It's like I said, it's under $40 shipped. The bit rate leaves a little something to be desired because it captures video at about 2.2 megabits per second, which is not great for video that's analog. If it was, all digital all the way and well lit, then fine, but analog video is just inherently noisy. So 2.2 megabits, it's a little starved. And if you come across scenes with a lot of motion and you pay close attention to the darker areas of the scene, you're gonna find that that you'll see some macro blocking. So that's not great. The audio bitrate is about a little under 192 kilobits per second, stereo 48 kilohertz. So that's good because usually these devices will cap out audio at 128 kilobits, and sometimes they're 44.1 kilohertz, not 48, as is the standard for video. So they got that right. So kudos on them for bumping up the audio bitrate and making sure that that's 48 kilohertz. Now, like I said, the 2.2 megabits is not great for analog video, for digitizing analog video. In contrast, if we go back to the reigning champ of PC-less analog video capture devices, we have the video to digital converter by ClearClick 2.0, and this captures video between 4 and 5 megabits per second. On top of that, this does have as video input, and it will take 60 interlace fields and properly convert them to 60 progressive frames, which none of these other devices that I've ever tested do that properly. And frankly, it's not the easiest thing to do that properly on a computer with software. So the fact that they do that with hardware is impressive. And I know we're getting way into the weeds here, so if I'm losing you, then it doesn't apply to you. Don't worry about it. But if you know, you know. If you are interested in going PC-less and getting 60 progressive frames out of 60 interlace fields, then you got to go with this. There's no other options. But back to the layman. So this will take the 60 interlace fields and it will convert it to 30 progressive frames. That's fine. That's good enough for 99.9% of the populace. And so my only gripe, like I said, is just the bit rate. During fast-moving scenes, you'll notice the macro blocking. So, again, if you're going to use this to digitize your personal home videos, your personal home movies of your family, this would not suffice in my book. Just because, like I said, it's just starved. The bit rate is starved. It needs to be higher up there. If you're going to use this to play around with, for tapeless camcorders, or you want to just digitize some random tapes to put up on YouTube or share with on social media or whatever, I think that this is fine for that. So $40. So I think that that's more than good enough for that type of stuff, as long as you're not archiving super rare tapes. I think that this gets the old thumbs up. So it's on AliExpress. There's several sellers. Just look around because the prices do vary. But like I said, I found a few sellers that were around $40, if not under, with a coupon code. So again, the reigning champ for PC-less analog video capture is still going to be the video to digital 2.0. If you can afford this, $130 to $150 new, pick this up. Otherwise, for $40 to play around with old cameras, or throw dumb analog video that you find up on the internet fairly easily and without any computer, then this will suffice. So that's everything, guys. I will let you guys go. You guys have a good one. Stay blessed.